Good afternoon, partners in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. This is Marjorie Cervantes welcoming you to today's session for SAP Business One Refreshers Training Differences between B1 SQL and B1 HANA with bonus session on BConnect powered by Axelon. We're very excited to share valuable insights with you partners brought to you by Arc One Solutions Inc. in partnership with Axelon, two tech forces working hand in hand to empower modern businesses like yours. Here at Arc One, we've always got you covered. A few housekeeping reminders to keep things smooth and engaging for everyone. Please keep your microphones muted unless called to speak, and you may use the chat box to post your questions at any time. We'll answer them during the Q&A session. And of course, stay until the end for some exciting games, raffle prizes, and the virtual photo op. And also follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn for the latest news. And if you miss a part of today's webinar or want to watch it again, we've got you covered. The full recap will be uploaded on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon on ARC1 to stay in the loop. And to give you a clearer picture of who are we and why you're here today, let's hear from the CEO of ARC1, Engineer Irwin Padrique, as he shares a quick overview of ARC1 Solutions and our partnership with Axelon. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Marge. Good afternoon, everyone. Maayong hapon sa inyong tanan. And welcome to our SAP Business One Refresher Training. Dito sa ARC1, our role goes beyond delivering systems. We focus on building long-term partnerships. As a prime SAP partner, we are proud to stand apart in the Philippines because we combine deep technical expertise with a customer-first approach. While others may simply implement, we stay with you, helping you adopt, optimize, and truly maximize the value of your SAP Business One investment. Today, we'll explore the key differences between SQL and HANA, just like what Marge has said, and how the right choice can impact your speed, scalability, and long-term performance. For our existing clients, this is a refresher and a chance to explore new options. For those considering SAP, it's an opportunity to see why ARC1 is the trusted partner of choice. We are also honored to highlight our partnership with Axelon, whose BConnect solution extends SAP's capabilities and shows the strength of collaboration. Together, ARC1, SAP, and Axelon bring you not just technology, but a complete ecosystem designed to help you grow your business. Again, maraming salamat for joining us, and we're excited to learn and move forward together today. So Marge, over to you.
Thank you, Sir Irwin, for opening this session. And now, without further ado, let us dig in with our first topic and know the differences of B1 SQL and B1 HANA, together with ARC1's SAP technical consultant, Mr. Dave Jordan. Hi, Sir Dave. Good afternoon.
Hello, Marge. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, and thank you for all that joined today's session. Right. And hello everyone. So for our today's topic, so we're gonna cover the difference between SQL and HANA when it comes to SAP Business One. Yeah. So for our main objectives for today, we're gonna be introducing the database fundamentals, understanding what is Microsoft SQL and SAP HANA, learning about their differences, and understanding their main use cases for different businesses. Yeah. So first of all, what is a database? A database is a structured collection of data that is stored electronically and is designed to be easily accessed, managed, and updated. It allows users and computer programs to efficiently store, retrieve, modify, and delete information as needed. In SAP Business One, a database is structured and organized storage unit that holds data like master data, transactions, financials, inventory, configurations, and users or permissions for a specific company. So you can relate this to an ordinary filing cabinet. So in our offices, so we store our usual transactions, data files, uh, physically through papers, usually filed with folders. So database helps us to store all of those data without the hassle of uh, keeping all of those physical documentations. So with SAP Business One, SAP Business One can run on two primary database platforms, mainly MS SQL and SAP HANA. While both serve as underlying database for SAP Business One, they differ significantly in technology and capability. So what is MS SQL? So Microsoft SQL, or Structured Query Language, is a relational disk-based database management system developed by Microsoft. It stores and retrieves data using row-based architecture, supports TSQL for queries, and is widely used for transactional systems, reporting, and integration with many third-party applications. For SAP Business One, MS SQL is usually hosted in a Windows server together with the other SAP components. While for SAP HANA, so HANA directly means High Performance Analytic Appliance, is an in-memory columnar database developed by SAP. It is optimized for real-time analytics and high-speed transactions, combining online analytics processing and online transactions processing in a single platform. It powers advanced reporting, dashboards, and predictive analytics in SAP Business One and other SAP solutions. It's usually hosted in an SAP certified Linux server, usually a SUSE Linux Enterprise Server and Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So to summarize everything, so the key differences of MS SQL and SAP HANA. So under the type, so MS SQL Server is a disk-based database. So meaning the speed of processing data depends usually on the speed of our storage that we are currently using. So if it's a hard disk drive or an SSD. While for SAP HANA, it is an in-memory database, meaning it usually stores data and process data using the random access memory of the server. So how does it differ in terms of speed? So in-memory database, since it uses the RAM of the server, um, it is usually around 100 or 1,000 times faster than a speed of a disk drive. For example, um, the RAM usually uh, processes 1 MB of data in nanoseconds, while for SSD, our typical SSD's storage, usually it covers and process data around micro or milliseconds per 1 MB of data. So that's how it is uh, providing much faster in processing speed for SAP HANA. For query language, so MS SQL use Transact SQL, while for SAP HANA is SQL Script, which is an extended SQL for developed specifically for HANA. So you may see similarities when it comes to the structure of queries, but there are a lot more logic that are improved when it comes to SAP HANA. So even though you're familiar with the usual query used for SQL Server, you still need to learn more when you're gonna use the SQL script for HANA. For the performance, SQL Server is mainly focused on the transactional workloads. And for SAP HANA, so this is uh, a very high performance database because of the in-memory technology that it's using. Mainly for the use cases. So for the SQL, it's a general purpose database, usually yeah, focused on the transactions. Uh, uh, yeah, the transactional workloads that are on our day-to-day use of our ERP. While for SAP HANA, this is uh, already improved to handle real-time analytics while doing our day-to-day transactions. For the hardware needs, usually SQL requires lower hardware requirements. While for SAP HANA, it has higher hardware requirements because it is RAM heavy and usually it already uses a separate server, which is the Linux server, to support the, the architecture of the HANA. While for SQL Server, it's usually just hosted directly in our Windows server. For the costing, so yeah, for SQL Server, it's generally lower and much more flexible in licensing. While for SAP HANA, it's typically higher due to the requirements of a separate machine for our database and also for the licensing. For compatibility, so MS SQL Server is already developed to be integrated with a lot of third-party tools and applications. While for SAP HANA, so SAP has already developed a lot of uh, integration within its SAP ecosystem. That's why it's already promotes to use integrated solutions within the SAP ecosystem, like its real-time analytics and transactions that I will show after this slide. So for its strengths, so MS SQL is already a stable solution, widely supported and cost-effective, while for SAP HANA, it's already its main strength will be on the analytics and the combination of analytics and transactions running in parallel. Okay, for these are some of the analytics being utilized directly with the use of SAP HANA database. So we have SAP B1 Analytics powered by SAP HANA. For example, is the enterprise search. So enterprise search, this enables you to search fields such as description, amount, remarks, etc. of the business objects in SAP Business One that have been replicated to the SAP HANA database server. So as you can see here, so these are some of the examples. This is like a Google search within SAP Business One. So it already helps you filter out different types of transactions that you can easily sort to find directly what you need to see or process within that search result. Next would be the real-time dashboards. This enables you to view SAP Business One company data from SAP HANA database in predefined and easy to understand visualization. So it provides the following predefined dashboards: delivery analysis, inventory status, payment collection, purchase quotations, sales analysis, sales employee performance, and service call. So yeah, so these are some of the predefined analytics built in within SAP HANA analytics. Next would be the interactive analysis. So the Excel report and interactive analysis, this is an Excel-based reporting tool that allows users to create ad hoc reports and dashboards on top of SAP Business One data. It leverages Microsoft Excel's pivot tables, charts, and formulas while connecting directly to the SAP HANA database. So this is an example of the pivot table that's directly connected to the dashboard within SAP Business One. So it opens up an Excel file where you can filter out different categories that you want to show in your dashboards. So you can utilize it directly with Microsoft Excel. So next would be some of the key considerations for sizing SAP Business One machines. So one of the factors that we consider would be the deployment type. So yeah, for MS SQL, so since this is a disk-based technology, so it relies more on the throughput of the disk that is currently used by the server. So if it's an HDD or an SSD, so even though it's the same type, usually a different type of SSD produce more throughput than the others. Like NVMe's, it has much more speed than a typical SATA SSD. So yeah, those are some of the considerations that we do for choosing this for our MS SQL server. While for SAP Business One HANA, since this is an in-memory technology, so RAM is very critical for sizing an SAP B1 HANA server. So typically, so this is usually sized based on the HANA engine that we'll be using. So typically for a HANA engine, we size it, one HANA engine equates to 64 gigs of RAM. Next would be the users and usage. So for MS SQL, it typically handles light to medium users, um, as well as performance depends usually on CPU and the disk speed. While for SAP Business One HANA, this is designed for heavy concurrent users. Performance depends on RAM and the CPU. So for a typical transaction, day-to-day operation, so for example, 10 concurrent users, you won't really see a significant difference when it comes to MS SQL and HANA. But when it comes to a lot more heavy duty use of the system, with including analytics other than the typical transactions that we do, for example 20 to 50 to 100 users, you'll see a great improvement when it comes to the performance of the system when you're using HANA database. For the modules, so MS SQL core modules are okay on modest specs, and advanced modules usually takes up on the CPU load of the server. While for SAP Business One HANA, um, ra- uh, advanced modules and analytics are run best with SAP HANA, but it usually depends on the allocation of the RAM and the CPU cores of the server. For the database growth and size, so we still take into consideration that your database will still grow, especially when your business is booming. So we're always considering the scalability of your server. So performance depends on the storage speed, as we mentioned earlier. So large database usually requires faster SSD. While for SAP Business One HANA, so it's usually covered by the RAM of the server. We usually we usually just take into consideration the amount of RAM that is currently being used by your system. For reports and analytics, so MS SQL already have SQL reports and Crystal reports. It typically take up moderate load of the server. While for SAP Business One HANA, since it already have real-time dashboards, predictive analytics designed to be handled by the server. Well, for the storage performance, so SSD and NVMe are strongly recommended for MS SQL. And for SAP Business One HANA, SSD are still required, but it doesn't really rely much on the disk speed, but on the RAM itself of the server. For the infrastructure type, so for MS SQL, it typically runs on Windows Server, either on-premise or cloud VM. For SAP Business One HANA, it requires HANA certified servers. Yeah, as we mentioned earlier, the typical Linux servers that we use are SUSE Linux and
Dapat tag
Red Hat.
kuan ka.
Sorry, sir. Ay, ayan, sorry. So yeah, for HANA, we typically use SUSE Linux and Red Hat Enterprise Server. So in conclusion, so we have here the summary wherein you can consider which database fits more on your requirements. So for your SAP Business One, if you're if you have a currently small to mid-sized businesses with moderate transactions, you can still work with MS SQL. While for SAP Business One HANA, it's typically an investment for growing businesses with high transactions and complexities, especially when they need uh, uh, better analytics with their businesses. So the main focus for MS SQL are the core ERP functions like sales, inventory, and accounting. While for HANA, its main focus are already on the advanced analytics, dashboards, and predictive insights. For performance, so MS SQL are good for standard ERP use and moderate reportings. And for HANA, it's already a high performance setup with real-time analytics and instant search. For reporting, MS SQL typically use Crystal Report. For HANA, there's pervasive analytics, KPI widgets that you can customize, and real-time dashboard. For scalability, so MS SQL typically handles moderate growth, especially when it's an on-premise setup, while for HANA, scales for rapid growth and large data volume. So it usually helps with the scalability when your setup is hosted via cloud, because cloud offer much easier scalability of your current servers, because uh, it already allows you to upgrade your server with just a short downtime and a short configuration of the server within the cloud environment. When it comes to IT expertise, so it's easier to find experts when it comes to MS SQL because it's a much common use for a database rather than HANA. So it requires much more experienced user for B1 HANA and a certified hardware as well. Yeah, as mentioned, so hardware needs for MS SQL, it's typically lower in specs. Just depends on the disk storage, while for HANA, usually high in RAM, and it requires a specific type of HANA certified servers or VM. For budget, so MS SQL is definitely more cost effective, while for HANA is usually higher in cost and investment, but you usually uh, get those with the help of the analytics that will already be provided to you. So you'll get to enjoy a lot more benefits when it comes to using that kind of database. Okay, so as part of our ongoing support with our clients, so we're currently doing server health check. So this is the process of monitoring and evaluating the current state of a server to ensure that it's currently running efficiently, securely, and without issues that could affect business operations. So this typically involves operating system level checks, SAP Business One performance check, database level checks, and security and compliance checks. So we'll already review here the version that you currently have, your current setup when it comes to hardware, and if you're already encountering any issues with your system, we can also review it here and provide recommendations. So Arc1 Solutions is providing annual server health checks to our current clients to help them assess their current server status. If their if their current setup can still accommodate their daily transactions. We'll be providing the details and recommendations for your server if any upgrades or replacements are needed for you to be able to utilize the system without any performance issues. So by the end of the training, we'll be providing a survey form, a QR code will be provided by the team, wherein you can mention if your system already requires a server health check. So we can provide this to you. This will be free as part of our support for our client. So if you have any questions, so you can just leave it here and we'll have a Q&A session by the end of that training. That's all for me. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sir Dave, for that clear explanation about the differences of B1 SQL and B1 HANA, and also for the annual server health check. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to greet Sir Dave a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Sir Dave. And if you have questions, partners, feel free to drop it in the comment section and it will be answered during the Q&A portion later. Let's continue our learning journey. This time, we'll dive into the importance of connection, how we can efficiently be connected with our customers and elevate the way we communicate with them. Here to inspire us with more insights, let's welcome the driving force and brain behind Axelon, Mr. Rahul. Good afternoon, Mr. Rahul.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you for this opportunity for me to present our solution B-Connect. Thank you very much, Erwin, and thank you very much, Team Arc1, for allowing me to present this solution during this training session. And a very warm welcome to all the participants who have taken some time and attending this training today. I'll take you through a small presentation of B-Connect, what is B-Connect and what it can do for you. And then I'll give you a brief demo on how we use B-Connect and how easily it can be configured to do different kind of things. B-Connect is our solution and we developed it several years back. It's been there since 2011. In 2011, SAP Business One also was not so advanced. It has got much more advanced features now. The main purpose behind B-Connect is to try and automate communications from SAP Business One as much as possible. Okay. So next thing you can also do, which we are now started working with few customers, and it's something which is very useful and very successful, is build a chatbot on WhatsApp. So when you have a chatbot, a customer can ask their query. So a customer can ask for a specific invoice. They can ask details about stock available in the inventory, and the chatbot can answer this. It's integrated with SAP Business One at the back end. So an example is that a customer asks you if a particular product is available or not. The chatbot will check in the database in SAP Business One whether the product is available or not, and inform the customer if it is available and how much quantity he can order, or if it is not available, by what date it will be available based on the data which is there in SAP Business One. We can create a specific menu. Customer can choose questions from the menu, and the chatbot can look into the database and answer the menu for them. So chatbot can also generate and share documents like invoices, their own ledgers, or other reports based on whatever data is available in SAP Business One. Now, for doing all of this, using B-Connect is very simple. One is B-Connect is a server-side solution. So it's a service which runs on the server in the background, and the users do not have to do anything with the B-Connect. So users will just do their job or their transactions in SAP Business One, and B-Connect will keep on working in the background, without any intervention or without any assistance or any intervention or any working required from the users. In bConnect, there are different rules, and each rule is configured to handle one task or one particular communication. For example, you want to send invoices on email and WhatsApp. Both of them will be each rule. So rule will generate the invoices and send it on email. Another rule will generate the invoices and send it on WhatsApp. So everything you want to do will be a small rule in bConnect. Now, defining a rule itself is pretty simple. In a rule, you can define from where to get the data. The data can come from a Crystal report, or the data can come from a SQL query, which you can configure. After defining the source from where the data should come, you need to define what is the schedule, what is the destination, whether you want to send the report on or document on email, you want to send it on WhatsApp, you want to send it on different methods. And you also define to whom do you send it to. So you want to send it to customers, vendors, employees, etc. You can define a schedule, predefined schedule, and you can use those predefined schedule to run these rules. So you can decide like you want to run a rule every minute, you want to run a rule every 30 minutes, you want to run a rule once in a week, you want to run a rule once in a month, and so on. You can create different kind of schedules, and it's quite a comprehensive mechanism there for creating schedules. You can also select various things, like you can use different kind of formats. You can send the report or the document in PDF format. You can send it in Word format. You can send it in Excel format. You can send the data as an attachment, or you can send it as an email body itself, message body or the email body itself. So depending on your requirement, it's quite a flexible tool and can adapt to various kind of situation, and you can use it in different kind of situations. Now, what this helps you in doing? Now, first thing which it does is it saves you a lot of time and money. Today, all of your users, whether they are in sales, whether they are in purchase, whether they are in finance, they are doing different transactions on SAP Business One. And after doing the transactions, they are saving those documents or printing those documents, then scanning them, converting them to PDF, and sending them on email or WhatsApp. It saves all of this time. Your team does not have to do it. This happens automatically in the background. So when an invoice is created, within a couple of minutes, the customer will get the invoice in his inbox or on his WhatsApp or on his Viber without anyone doing anything. So that saves a lot of time and money for all the users who are involved in using SAP Business One. Second thing it does is it increases the customer satisfaction. Now, earlier, there could be a scenario where an invoice has been created, but the user has forgotten to send it. Customer has sent you a payment, but you have not updated the receipt to the customer. You have not confirmed whether you have received the payment or not. Customer have sent an order and you have not sent an order confirmation. You have not sent the dispatch detail, or these kind of things might have been missed out during the busy schedule of the users. What this does is how bConnect does is that it sends it in the background automatically. Since it is sent background automatically, it's always sent and it's always on time. So customer gets the information on time, and on-time information to customer definitely helps in increasing the customer satisfaction. Another thing it does is for the management and the executives who are using SAP Business One. Instead of generating reports manually, they can get these reports in a timely and proactive manner. We can set a schedule. I'll show you an example later today. So we can set a schedule and the report can be generated automatically and the management can receive it. So they receive the information more proactively without asking for it, without having to go into SAP Business One and looking for it. So this information, this proactive information to management and the executives helps them in making timely decisions, also ensures that they are informed of all the decisions, all the data which is happening in SAP Business One on a proactive manner. These are some of the customers, some of the example customers who are using SAP Business One and bConnect with us. So some of them are our customers, some of them are customers from different partners, and they have been using bConnect very successfully for last several years. This is some of the testimonials from some existing customers who have been using. One of the example given here, Suez Solutions, they have been using Business One and bConnect since 2007 and 8. when they started using BConnect, the payment cycle was a big problem. Once the customer was given a 30 days credit limit, but usually several round of follow-ups were required to get the payment on time from customer. With BConnect, we automated sending invoices, we automated sending payment reminders, so that if the customer has not made the payment within the 30 days credit limit, he will start getting a reminder. We send a reminder one upon expiry of 30 days, then another reminder after 7 days, then another reminder after 10 days. This helped in ensuring that the payment is recovered very quickly and improving the payment cycle by several days for them. This is another testimonial from a customer in Nigeria. They have been using BConnect since 2011, and they have used it for automating and emailing all kind of different kind of information from SAP Business One. Let's have a look at demo. So let's have a look at how the transactional messages can be handled in BConnect using from SAP Business One. So as you can see, I'm creating a sales order in SAP Business One. I'm selecting the customer and the item. So right now what I'm doing is showing you a demo of how the transactional messaging works in BConnect. So as you do go on doing different kind of transactions in SAP Business One, BConnect will send and generate messages in the background. It will generate documents. It will also generate messages based on how it has been configured. So I'm adding a sales order now, and the sales order is added now. So now we will just switch to WhatsApp and see that the message is received there or not. Just a minute. It will probably take. So as you can see, a message has appeared now. The order number 62 was saved, and I can see that the message has appeared in WhatsApp. So the message which the sales order which was saved has been received there on WhatsApp. The customer receives the notification. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm adding that sales order into an invoice. I've converted that into an invoice and saving that invoice. Now, once I save the invoice, BConnect will generate the invoice in the background and send a notification on WhatsApp along with the invoice. So let's have a look at it in WhatsApp. So on the WhatsApp, we have the invoice here now. You can see that this message is for the invoice, and we can click and open the invoice here. Let's open the invoice and see what's there inside the invoice. So as you can see that the whole invoice has been converted into an PDF and attached and sent on the WhatsApp message. For attaching and sending this message, you can use your own layout. This is an example layout which I have used. We can also use digital signatures in these invoices. So if you require to use digital signature in Philippines or anywhere, you can use digital signatures also on these invoices. Now that we have invoiced the customer has, let's say, made the payment. We can go into incoming payment and select the customer. Let's search for the invoice which was there, which was created by the customer for which we have received the payment. Okay, so this is the invoice, and let's select the invoice, and we'll specify the payment means. Let's say the customer has made the full payment for this invoice in cash, and let me add this payment means, and let me add this incoming payment here. I've added the incoming payment. Now let's go back to WhatsApp, and shortly you will see, yes, we have received a message, and we have sent a message now that the customer, we have received this payment against this invoice. So as you see, when coming to transactional messages, it works very quickly in the background, generates a message, sends it to the customer immediately. So the customer, whatever transaction you are doing, is updated immediately. This was an example where we were showing that the customer has received the invoice, or the customer has received the order confirmation. We can do the similar thing when it comes to vendor side. We can send the purchase orders. We can send the payment advice to them when we release their payment for them. We can send payment reminders. We can send ledgers. We can send daily reports and everything. So just give me a couple of minutes and I'll share with you on how BConnect looks like and how it works. Just give me a minute. Need a couple of minutes. So while I'm sharing the video and want to show you, if somebody has questions up to this stage, feel free to ask me now.
All right, partners, if you have further questions, you can drop your questions in the chat box down below so that we can address it later in the Q&A portion. We have a question here, Sir Rahul. Would it
Yes.
work on either SQL or HANA database?
Yes, it works on
And
both
what
SQL as well as HANA database. So you can use it with any of them as required.
and what's the requirements to enable SMS messaging? And would there be a limit to the number of messages being sent in a day?
So for sending SMS or on WhatsApp or Viber API, any of these will require an API to be configured. For sending SMS, there are several SMS services available in different countries. You can subscribe to them from your mobile service provider or from companies like Twilio, SendGrid, which allows you to send SMS to any number on an international basis. In terms of limit, if there's a limit which is defined by the government or the telecom authority in your country, then that's the limit. Otherwise, there is no limit from the software perspective. You can send any number of messages, including promotional messages.
Right. Thank you, Sir Rahul.
As you can see, this is the interface for BConnect. Indrajit, can you pause it here, please?
Yes, please.
So this is the interface. This is how it looks like. And you have various things at top of the screen. So you have buttons for creating rules. You can see the execution log. So execution log is where you can see what all is executing in the background. So any rules which are running in the background, and any rules which are running in the background, anything which is happening in the background, whether email is going, whether WhatsApp is going, and if there are any errors in generating document or creating any record, creating any report, then that is also visible here in the execution log. Can you play it in the please? You can set up the connectivity to SAP Business One databases here, and you can also create scheduling options. So like we are looking at it now. So these are the various databases which are connected to my BConnect, and you can see all the all the SAP Business One related settings here. So this will work even if you have multiple databases and you want to send reports or invoices from all the different databases. So it can connect to different databases and run rules on each database and can send information or invoices from all the databases. Here in this screen, you do all the settings related to SAP Business One for sending BConnect and other things. Then this is where you create all the schedules. So as you can see, you can create different kind of schedules, like every 1 minute, every 30 minutes, every hour, every day, every week, every weekend, every month. So all these different kind of schedules can be created. All these different kind of schedules, it's possible to create all these different kind of schedules and use them in the rule. You just need to create them once here, and then you can use them in the rules as required. And let's have a look at the rules itself. So this is the window where you can configure different kind of rules. I'll show you a couple of example rules. So this is a rule for an email. So let's see, this is the email rule, and it uses a Crystal report for generating an email and runs the Crystal report in the background, generates a report, and then sends it on email. So rest all the other settings define how the report needs to be run, what parameter needs to be passed while running the report, what should be the message body, whom to send the email, what happens after the email. You can also digitally sign the email if required. What is the schedule for sending the email? You can also set different kind of options when you're sending the email. Let's have a WhatsApp rule where we can create a WhatsApp. So a few settings for WhatsApp are different in comparison to an email. When sending a message on WhatsApp, if there's an attachment, the attachment needs to be first uploaded to an FTP server and then sent on WhatsApp. So the rule handles both the things. It uploads the FTP to the file to the FTP server and then sends it from there. So this was a short Introduction to BConnect. Of course, this is just an example and a glimpse of what BConnect can do, sending your transactional messages, sending emails, and these kind of communications. It's quite a versatile product, and any kind of reporting need, any kind of requirement for sending reports on email, FTP, WhatsApp, SMS, messages, Viber, anything it can do. So it's a quite a versatile tool and can handle various thing kind of tasks. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rahul, for giving us an in-depth discussion on how we can elevate the way we communicate with our customers with BConnect. And thank you for bearing with us, partners. We hope you have learned insightful ideas from the discussion. At this point, if you have any questions about what we've discussed so far, partners, now's the time to ask. So let's open the floor for our Q&A portion. And let's welcome again Engineer Iran Padrique, CEO of Arc One Solutions, Mr. Dave Jordan, Arc One's SAP Technical Consultant, and Mr. Rahul, the CEO of Axelon. Feel free to drop any questions in the chat box, partners.
So there's a question from Irwin. Can we run multiple rules simultaneously in BConnect? So Irwin, one service can run only one rule, but we can make multiple installations of the service, and each service can then run simultaneously different rules. So in a very high transaction volume environment where different rules needs to be run simultaneously, yes, it can do that. It says, what's the prerequisite for the implementation of BConnect? So I think the only prerequisite is that you are running SAP Business One. It's a solution which works on top of SAP Business One. So if you're using SAP Business One, you can just use it. It requires a server. Server should have one SQL server. So even if you have HANA, it will require a simple SQL server installation. It could be a free version of SQL Server as well. And the Crystal Reports runtime and the BConnect application itself, nothing separately.
Thank you, Sir Rahul. I think we have a question for Sir Dave. This is the question, Sir Dave. If we decided to move forward and upgrade our current SQL database to HANA, what would be the process, and what would we keep our licenses?
Hello, March. Thank you for the question. So, yeah, for the process of migrating from SQL to HANA, so first we'll be assessing your current setup. Of what's your current server specifications. So, we'll be advising as well to check on the Linux server that is required for the migration of the database server. So we'll be sizing your requirements for the server based on your transactions, your add-ons, or any integrations with your servers and your current users that you have in your SAP system. In terms of the licenses, you'll still be able to keep your current SAP license, user licenses, your professional limited licenses. But in terms of the database license, you'll be required to avail a specific HANA Engine license to be able to run the new database.
All right. Thank you, Sir Dave. And for Mr. Rahul, we also have a question here. What are the usual transactions in SAP Business One that benefits from BConnect?
Any kind of transaction. So anything you are doing which is customer or vendor facing, purchase order, goods material in word note, purchase invoices, outgoing payment, incoming payment, quotations. You can send quotations automatically as soon as it is created in SAP Business One, sales orders, delivery notifications, invoice notifications, invoices, payment reminders, any kind of transactions. We have customers who are using tens of rules on SAP Business One and BConnect, and any kind of transaction, any kind of report you can run. There's absolutely no limitation.
Okay. And we also have another question here. This is for Mr. Rahul. Which manual communication task in SAP Business One can we completely automate with BConnects to save time for our team?
I'm sorry if it seems I did not get the question completely. So can you give me an example of what kind of manual task you are doing which you want to automate, and I'll tell you whether you can do it using BConnect or not.
Like reports or purchase orders?
Yes, you can of course send reports automatically using BConnect as well as purchase orders. So as soon as you create the purchase order in Business One, it will be converted and sent to the vendor.
Okay, noted on that, sir. Thank you for answering. Once again, this is Marjorie Cervantes, and on behalf of Arquan Solutions Inc., we hope you find this session insightful and worthwhile. And thank you, Sir Inderjet and Sir Rahul of Axelon for connecting with us. And here in Arquan, we always got you covered. Thank you, partners, for joining us today.